Hi everyone, welcome to Quick Preach, your online channel for short messages about God. Today, we are going to continue with our series titled The Creation. But this time, we are doing a special edition and it's about the dinosaurs. So, since we've already discussed about the um, aquatic and the terrestrial animals, then it's due time that we discuss this particular topic. Are there really dinosaurs? So let's continue. So the question is, were there really dinosaurs? After we've learned that God created the sea and the aerial fauna on the fifth day and the terrestrial animals on the sixth day, we may wonder, does these animals or does these fauna include what we know are the dinosaurs? First, let's discuss these large animals. Dinosaurs are a group of prehistoric large reptiles that dominated the earth for years, and they were believed to be they believed to exist millions of years ago. Now, dinosaur fossils have been found, collected, and assembled in various parts of the world. Now, apart from dinosaur bones, remains of other large animals such as mammoths, which are gigantic animals, and the Leadsichthys, which are enormous fish, were also unearthed. Now, therefore, there is no doubt that these fauna were created by God and existing. But did the Bible ever mention these large animals? Surprisingly, in Job 40, verses 15 to 24, and we read, verse 15, "Look now at the behemoth which I made along with you. He eats grass like an ox." 16, "See now his strength in his hips, and his power is in his stomach muscles." 17, "He moves his tail like cedar. The sinews of his thighs are tightly knit." 18, "His bones are like the beams of bronze, his ribs like bars of iron." 19, "He is the first of the ways of God. Only he who made him can bring him near his sword." 20, "Surely the mountains yield food for him, all the beasts of the field play there." 21, "He lies under the lotus trees in a covert of reeds and marsh." 22, "The lotus trees cover him with their shade, the willows by the brook around him." 23, "Indeed the river may rage, yet he is not disturbed. He is confident, though the Jordan gushes into his mouth." And finally, 24, "Though he takes it in his eyes, or one pierces his nose with a snare." So, by trying to savor these verses, one may be able to wonder, doesn't the behemoths actually sound like a dinosaur? So we can look closely at the verses, right? And we can see how it is a strong and powerful animal. And we can even see in verse 15 that it was made along with you, and preferably it is referring to the day the God created that God created humans. But some experts argue that the behemoth described in Job seemed to resemble the mammoth, while others argue that it may be one of the sauropods, which include the Brachiosaurus and the Brontosaurus. Nevertheless, we know one thing: a large land creature that does not match any modern day animal once existed. So we can say that this particular fauna may fit the type of terrestrial dinosaur. Now let's look at another verse from the same book, Job 41 1 to 2, verses 7 as well, and verses 12 to 15. And 1, "Can you draw out the Leviathan with a hook, or snare his tongue with a line which you lower? 2, "Can you put a reed through his nose, or pierce his jaw with a hook? 7, "Can you fill his skin with harpoons, or his head with fishing spears? 12, "It will not conceal his limbs, his mighty power, or his graceful proportions." 13, "Who can remove his outer coat? Who can approach him with a double bridle?" 14, Who can open the doors of his face with his terrible teeth all around? 15. His row of scales are his pride, shut up tightly as with a seal. And 16. One is near another that no air can come between them. Also, by looking at this set of verses, we are faced with another creature that seems to resemble another type of dinosaur. Some experts believe that the Leviathan seemed to fit a description of the Sarcosuchus, or a Dinosuchus, which are ancestors of the crocodile or the alligator, while some think that it may be the Leviathan, may be a type of large fish, which probably resembles one that swallowed Jonah. But again, nonetheless, when you look at these verses, they seem to inform us that a large aquatic creature had once appeared on Earth but may no longer exist, much like the dinosaurs, right? So there you have it. There is evidence that the Bible supports scientific data such as dinosaur fossils dug all over the world, and that science is able to prove that God deserves all glory for creating magnificent creatures. Sometimes it appears that several people try to battle biblical teachings with scientific data. But looking at these verses, we come to realize that both the Bible and science can work together to explain things. Thank you very much for finishing this very, very short video. If you enjoyed this message, click the like button and share to others. If you have any comments or suggestions or would like me and my colleagues to pray for you, you may use the comment section or email us at quickpreach@gmail.com. If you wish to watch more short messages, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications to be reminded if a new video has been uploaded. We are looking forward to sharing more with you in the upcoming videos. God bless everyone.